Hi, this is an AI narrating a fanfic, so you might hear a random number every 15 minutes. Just don't worry about it. I am so sorry for that. Also, if this video gets 3 likes and 3 comments, I will release the next part anyway. Enjoy the fanfic. It had been 3 months since Naruto had been adopted into the Uchiha clan. Everyone liked Naruto and he was being called a prodigy, a genius. He spent his time training with Shisui or pranking, but when Shisui went on missions he used to spend time with Makoto. Sasuke and Izumi. Naruto had also been invited in Sasuke's birthday party, was very curious in seeing what a party is like now. Naruto's 5th birthday had came a week before and was celebrated by everyone. And they even went to Kyuubi festival in the Leaf. Today he was standing with Shisui at the training ground and had just finished his workout. Oni-chan, what will we do today? Naruto asked, clearly excited. Today we will teach you and Sasuke here the fire-style great fireball jutsu. Fugaku's voice came as Naruto and Shisui turned around to see Izumi, Sasuke and Fugaku coming towards them. Whoa, finally a cool jutsu, Naruto said, bouncing up and down. Hey, what about the jutsu I taught you? Shisui complained, although he looked amused as he watched Naruto jumping up and down. Well, they need weapon to do, and this one with hand seals, he said with glee. Izumi and Fugaku smiled, seeing his hyperactive personality come out. All right, for the great fireball jutsu you have to make the tiger seal, gather chakra in your body until it is a burning sensation and then expel it from your mouth. This technique is the coming of age for an Uchiha and must be learned by everyone in clan now. Follow my example, Fugaku explained as he made a tiger seal and took in a huge breath, then fired a gigantic ball of flame. Whoa, so cool, Naruto and Sasuke said at the same time. All right, now you both try it, Shisui said. Okay, both said as they went to a nearby stump and Sasuke made a tiger seal and gathered chakra. Sasuke yelled, fire-style great fireball jutsu, and opened his mouth, but nothing came out except smoke, and he coughed as Izumi patted his back. Oh man, it's so hard, Sasuke said as Fugaku strictly said, you must learn it, Sasuke. It is of great privilege to learn it and do it successfully, so we can call you an Uchiha. Naruto then took his stand as others watched. He made a tiger seal and gathered chakra until he opened his mouth and said, fire-style great fireball jutsu. He blew a large ball of flame as it burned the stump away as he grinned behind his mask and said, yeah, I did it, as he fist pumped. 5, excellent work, Otouto, Shisui said as he clapped. Good job, both. Izumi and Fugaku said, now seeing the enormous amount of talent Naruto possess. Whoa, so cool, Naruto. Now just wait, I will do it today too, Sasuke said as he practiced. Naruto, Shisui spoke as Naruto looked up and Shisui said, you wanted to go to library and Hokage Tower today, didn't you? Yep, he replied. Shisui chuckled, ruffling Naruto's hair. He said, Naruto, you can go, but stay safe, okay? There is an important meeting today, don't disturb it by pranking. Okay, but what meeting is it? Naruto asked. It's for the embassy of Hidden Cloud and peace talks between the villages, Shisui answered too. Okay, bye, Oni-chan, Naruto said as he ran to the Hokage Tower. Naruto had reached the Hokage's tower and was talking to Hiruzen and hearing about the achievements the previous Hokage had made along with their personality. What is your dream, Naruto? Hiruzen asked, exhaling smoke as he asked. To become Hokage, Naruto replied. Came instantly. Why? Asked a curious Hiruzen. To protect the village and the people I love. Oni-chan always said that we should protect our precious people, Naruto said with a determined smile. Hiruzen smiled as nostalgia hit him. He looked at Naruto and saw two figures, one another spiky blonde man and another a red-headed woman, exclaiming the same thing. He laughed as he thought, he has your legacies. Continuing Minato Kushina, one Hiruzen saw only an hour left till the meeting and said, well Naruto, I will see you soon, goodbye. Bye Gigi. Naruto waved as he jumped to the stool and ran outside the Hokage tower. He then went to library and began reading about the clans and their dojutsu. He didn't know why, but he was interested in them. After finishing it, he read some more books and saw it was pretty late now. He had been in library for 3 hours. Oni-chan will be mad. He ran outside and saw nearly the whole village was empty. He then took the shortcut and was running when he saw a ninja taking a bag with him and sneaking away. The bag was squirming. He figured someone must be kidnapped. He shouted, hey, what are you doing? One the ninja tensed as he turned towards Naruto and said, get lost child or I'll kill you. Naruto then taking out a spare kunai threw it towards the bag, startling the ninja who thought the kid was untrained in shinobi arts. The bag was cut by the kunai as he saw a young girl come out from there, probably his age, and she was trembling. The ninja, angry, shouted, you little shit, I'm going to kill you. Naruto threw more kunai at him as he dodged. The ninja came at Naruto with a punch, who dodged his punch and building up chakra. Naruto made the tiger seal and shouted, fire style, great fireball jutsu. He blew out flames as a close range, burning himself a little but heavily burning the ninja, who screamed and said, shit, now I won't hold back, I will kill you. He took out several kunai and threw them at Naruto, who tried to dodge and parry but was hit by some of them, and the ninja then made a seal and said, wind style air bullets. He blew air as it hit Naruto, making him scream in pain as the ninja said, now time to end this. 5 Naruto then heard a voice, if you were ever in danger Naruto, and I am in the village, just raise your chakra to a high amount. 2 Naruto jumped up and using a kunai he made a cut at the ninja and raised his chakra to a high amount. The ninja clicked his tongue and said, shit, now others will arrive. He has seen me, I'll end this and run. The ninja made a mud clone and sent it to attack Naruto as he built chakra in his kunai and said, face my own move, lightning style. Lightning knife. The kunai became big as lightning flowed over it, making it a blade, and he threw it at Naruto, who could not dodge as the other ninja substituted with Naruto a second before the kunai could hit. The kunai pierced Naruto's heart as Naruto threw blood from his mouth and fell down. This was the scene. Shisui arrived to Naruto. He screamed as he jumped down and looked at the ninja in anger as he took out his blade and ran at the ninja. He cut of both of the ninja's arms in a second. As the ninja screamed, Hiashi Hyuga had arrived to hear the scream of Shisui. Shisui then cut the legs of the ninja too as his Sharingan glared into him and then turned towards Hiashi, who tensed. Seeing the rage in Shisui's eyes, he then ran and picked up Hinata while Shisui teleported near Naruto and said, Naruto, wake up, don't leave me. Otouto. He put his head on Naruto's heart when he heard a pulse, and he instantly got up and shunshined to the hospital. As he ran to the doctor carrying Naruto, he shouted, please help, he is in danger. The doctors ran at Shisui and taking Naruto, they placed him down as medics began healing him. The doctor said, he lost a lot of blood, we need blood for him. His group is O negative. Shisui brightened and said, I have an O negative type. Take my blood. The doctor tensed and said, but there is a low probability that he will survive the Uchiha blood. One Shisui desperately said, just please do it. 23 The doctor nodded and took Shisui to Naruto, where he did the blood transfusion. Meanwhile, after Naruto got hit, Naruto awoke in a sewer as he said, huh, where am I? This looks like some kind of sewer. He walked forward until he came near 2 pipes he went inside the red tunnel. After a while of walking he reached a very big cage as he said, "Whoa, such a big cage." 1. So my warden finally decides to visit me. I was thinking it would take about 8 more years. A deep voice came. Naruto looked to see huge teeth and huge red eyes glaring at him. He then said, "Who are you?" "Me," the voice said as it grinned, and the cage brightened up and Naruto saw a huge 9-tailed fox. You're the Kyuubi," Naruto said as the fox grinned and said, "Yes, I am the great lord of Kitsune the Kyuubi." "Are you the real Kyuubi?" Naruto asked. "Of course I am, you pest," Kyuubi said. "Then can you answer a question of mine?" Naruto asked but continued. "Where are we?" "Inside your mind," Kyuubi answered. "So how did I come here?" Naruto asked. "You're dying. And so am I. The shock sent you here. Even my healing can't save you. You need blood or else you will cease to exist," Kyuubi answered, growling too. "Oh," Naruto said as he was sad he couldn't see anyone. Last time, if we had met in better circumstances I would love to be your friend," Naruto said with a small smile. The Kyuubi was shocked and said, "I don't need friends, for everyone does, and I would have been yours." Naruto said, "Why, I have killed so many of your villagers. How can you forgive me and not hate me?" Kyuubi asked. "Well, you attacked for a reason, right? And something must have happened for you to turn into a creature who kills. Oni-chan always says to not judge a book by its cover." Naruto said. "Hey, you're right. I did not attack the village for fun. I was put in a very strong genjutsu and controlled," he said. Naruto then grinned and said, "See," as the sewer darkened and Naruto said, "Well, it's goodbye." Just then the Kyuubi stood up and sent out its chakra as the light began spreading again. "What happened?" Naruto asked. "Some Uchiha brat gave you blood," Kyuubi replied. "Whoa, must be Oni-chan," Naruto said as some tears fell out of his eyes. He wiped them and said, "Oni-chan is so cool." He then looked around and said, "Why is my mind a sewer?" 3. The Kyuubi shrugged as it lay down with its head on its paw. Naruto then asked, "Can I change it?" Naruto willed for a lush green field to appear along with mountains. It happened and the place changed. The Kyuubi was wide-eyed and Naruto said, "Well, this is good home for ya, better than the sewer datbayo. If you live in me then you must be comfortable." 6. Thanks, kid, the Kyuubi said as Naruto was the first human who helped him without asking something in return. Who sealed you in me?" Naruto asked. "It was that damn fourth Hokage and his wife," Kyuubi snarled. "Oh, but why in me? There were many other children too," Naruto sadly asked as the Kyuubi replied, "Beats me. Hey, can you see outside from here?" Naruto asked. "No, I can't," the answer came. "Then how do you pass time?" Naruto asked. "Sleeping. And sometimes looking through your memories," Kyuubi said. "Is there a way for you to see outside?" Naruto asked the Kyuubi, surprised but answered anyway. "Yes, you have to fist bump with me, allowing me to have access to your senses and also talk to you in mind." "Whoa, then can we do it? You must be bored and you can also help me sometimes," Naruto asked as Kyuubi thought for a while but shrugged. He can look outside and see stuff then beats sleeping, so he agreed as they fist bumped. "Kit, you are waking up. Go lost and let me sleep," Kyuubi asked. "Wait, before I go, what's your name?" Naruto asked. The Kyuubi was honestly shell-shocked at this question. He thought no one cared to ask for his name. And here a brat came who also forgave him and asked for his name. Is he the one? Kyuubi thought. 7. My name is Kurama, Kyuubi said. Kurama, cool. I am Naruto. Nice to meet you. I'll come again, Naruto said as he vanished. The Kyuubi smirked before shrugging and falling asleep. One outside the seal, Shisui had given blood and was waiting with his head resting in his hands. It had been an hour now and he also sent a message to the clan head's family when the doors of the hospital opened and in rushed Izumi, Makoto and Fugaku. What happened? Where is Naruto? Makoto asked, concerned about Naruto. Izumi also looked scared and said, is he all right? Shisui looked at them and said, for now he is out of danger. What happened to him? Fugaku asked. He fought the Cloud Ambassador. He was attempting to kidnap the Hyuga heiress and run, but Naruto fought him and got a kunai impaled an inch away from his heart. Shisui explained. They all gasped as Makoto trembled and said, where is the ninja? I cut off all his limbs and put him in an genjutsu where he relives his worst fears. Shisui said 41, good. Makoto said 3. The doctor came out as everyone went to him and the doctor said, he is fine and now he has regained conscious. Everyone brightened as they all rushed inside to see Naruto grinning at them. With his mask off, Shisui ran and hugged Naruto tightly as he said, you idiot, do you know how scared I was? Naruto smiled and said, I know, but I am not going anywhere until I become Hokage. Everyone smiled as they then started chatting. He was also visited by the Hyuga clan head who expressed his thanks and said that he hopes to have better relations with the Uchihas now. The Cloud Ninja was sent back to his home with a threat that such a thing won't be forgiven. The Leaf gained 30% of Cloud's mission and 100 of the lightning jutsu from the Jutsu Library 1. It had been 5 days since the incident and Naruto and Shisui were sitting as Naruto said, Oni-chan, why is the Kyuubi sealed inside me? Shisui's heart ached as he looked at the hurt expression on Naruto's face as Naruto continued, why didn't anyone tell me? 3. Shisui motioned for Naruto to come near him as he came and Shisui picked him up and put him in his lap and rubbed Naruto's head. Naruto, no one knows that it is sealed in you, only the third knew, and he told me when I adopted you and said he will tell you when you are older and stronger, even the reason for why it was sealed inside you, Shisui calmly explained. Okay, then I will wait until then, Naruto said. Good boy, Shisui said smiling, by the way he is sealed, not it, Naruto corrected. What, you talked to it? I mean him, Shisui asked. Of course, he even told me he was under a very strong genjutsu when he attacked the village, Naruto said grinning. What? This is gold information. Naruto, you stay here and I will tell the Hokage, Shisui said as Naruto said, wait, don't tell Gigi that I can talk to him. I don't want to lose a friend. Just tell him that I argued with him and he told that he was not responsible for the attack. Shisui thought for a while, but then sighed and said, okay. As he left, Shisui became overprotective of Naruto after the incident. He would not let anyone near Naruto and not even let him stay outside for long. 3. Now Naruto was sitting in his room as he thought, now how do I go back to my mind? You can think of meeting me and you will come back. Kurama's voice came, startling Naruto as he jumped. Ga-o, Kurama. You can talk to me? Of course I can, Kurama replied. Then you were listening to me thinking of how to get in my mind? Naruto asked. Of course, it was fun seeing you use your little mind to think of how to come back here, Kurama laughed. Hey, Naruto said as he arrived in his mind. Well, Kurama, are we friends? Naruto asked. Kurama thought for a while. He had watched Naruto for the past month and could say he was a good kid as he said, yes, we are kit. 5. Yeah, Naruto said as he fist pumped. Hey, Kurama, what happens if you are freed from me? Naruto asked. You will die, Kurama sadly replied. So it means we are stuck together and I can't give you freedom, Naruto said sadly. Kurama smiled. The kid had a heart of gold. Wait, but I can remove the seal, right? Naruto said as he came forward and willed a staircase to appear. He then reached the paper and gripping it he said, Kurama, you won't run away, right? I won't, it's a promise, partner. Kurama grinned as Naruto mirrored it, removing his mask too. Show it 4. He then took a deep breath as he put his mask on and was about to remove the seal when he was flashed away. You the fourth Hokage, Kurama said, surprised one. Hello Naruto, the fourth Hokage said. You're the fourth Hokage, how do you know my name? Naruto asked slowly. I named you after all. Naruto, you are my son, Minato said. Naruto tears fell as he jumped on Minato and shouted, Dad. Minato hugged Naruto as he smiled. 4. Yes, you are my son Naruto, though I can see you adopted. Kakashi's style, Minato said. 1. He my dad is the Hokage, so awesome, I will be Hokage too, Naruto said, grinning as Minato smiled and said, so you inherited our dream as well, can you show me your face? Naruto nodded as he took off his mask as Minato smiled fondly, rubbing Naruto's hair as he said, you gained both our good feature. Naruto, how old are you? 5. Naruto said, I missed 5 years of your life, Minato said sadly. Then he continued, Naruto, listen, I have to tell you why I sealed the Kyuubi in you. Minato said. Kurama. Naruto interrupted. Huh? Minato asked confused. His name is Kurama, he's my friend, Naruto said as Minato eye widened, though he then laughed and said, man Naruto, I knew you were born for greatness, but making friends with tailed beast incredible. He then straightened as he said, Naruto, listen, on the day you were born a masked man attacked, killing the third's wife and some other doctors and Anbus. He then controlled Kurama with his Sharingan and made it wreak havoc. Naruto, I think he will bring disaster to the world, but you will be there to stop him, the savior of the world who will lead the shinobi to a new era. Jiraiya sensei, my teacher and your godfather, told me that I was the child of prophecy, but he was wrong. Naruto, you are the child of prophecy. You will find the answer to the chain of hatred and end it, too. How can I do something so big? How will I find the answer? Naruto asked. You will. I believe in you, Minato said. Naruto smiled, though tears were coming out, and asked his fading father, Dad, will I meet Mom? Yes, when you will take the key from Jiraiya sensei and open the seal, Minato said. Goodbye Dad, I love you, Naruto said, crying as Minato also cried as he said, bye Naruto, I love you too. The Hokage vanished as Naruto cried loudly, and Shisui entered the room with a bang to find Naruto crying. He was shocked. Naruto had never cried, and certainly never like this. Shisui hugged Naruto as he cried on him, while Shisui rubbed his back. Naruto, what happened? Shisui asked. I met my dad, Naruto said with a million-watt smile. What, but how? Shisui asked. I tried to open the seal and get Kurama out, Naruto said. Kurama? Shisui asked confused. It is Kyuubi's name, he told me as proof we are friends now, Naruto clarified. Oh, Shisui said. Just when I was about to open it, Dad came and stopped me. Then he told me about how I am the child of prophecy and will bring peace. He even proved what Kurama said before about him being controlled. He said he believes in me and also told me that I can meet Mom when I am 16 inches. Naruto explained as Shisui took in the info, but then hugged Naruto, who after a while slept, and he put him on the bed and shunshined to report to the Hokage 3 more years had passed. And now a 8-year-old Naruto was sparring with the 11-year-old Izumi. There were now some conflict between the Uchihas and village, as theory of the Sharingan controlling Kyuubi had somehow been spread across the village. Naruto had grown taller in height, and his workout had also increased to 200 of each exercises he did, and the laps were changed to 20, but now around the village 8. They both began to spend too much time together within the recent 3 years. At first Izumi would talk to him and watch him train while giving pointers from time to time, then she began to train with him. As Naruto's monstrous growth made him reach higher level of strength easily, and with Kurama changing his body from inside to lean stronger and denser muscles and his bones 10 times more harder than a normal human. 5. He also increased his brain speed of processing and his reflex speed with Kurama's friendship. The seal did not need to forcefully take chakra and purify it to increase Naruto's reserve, but Kurama gave chakra every day of his own will. Sometimes much chakra was sent to Dai. Shisui was assigned a mission to spy and report about the rumors of a coup by Uchihas and ways to stop them. He had spied on the Uchihas and had reported to the Hokage that the coup rumor is true, and he also told that he would use his Mangekyo Sharingan, which had a special move Koto Amatsukami, by which he can change the minds of people, even experiences and incidents. 1. He was allowed by Hiruzen reluctantly, but just as he went outside the office and reached the Forest of Death, he was ambushed by the root forces of Danzo and Danzo himself. Danzo tried to steal his eyes, but Shisui dodged, skillfully killing several root agents, but he was poisoned. He sent a crow to Naruto and Izumi. Naruto and Izumi, seeing the crow and learning what it informed them, ran to the Forest of Death. He knew Danzo had gained the fatal predator virus, which ate a person from inside in only half an hour. Shisui's vision began to blur as a kunai was thrown at his eye and he could not dodge, but he was substituted by Naruto, whose eye was impaled and gone too. Naruto, Izumi and Shisui screamed, but he stopped them and said, "I am fine." He then turned to look at the 50 Anbu and took out his sword. And taking out a piece of cloth, he tied it over his impaled eye. He then raised his chakra as Izumi killed 2 root ninja and the rest, to avoid detection, ran away. Naruto then went to Shisui's side as he held Shisui and said, "It will be all right, Oni-chan." "No, Naruto, my Otouto, cough cough, I don't have more than 5 minutes. Live a good life, Naruto, fulfill your dreams and become the greatest ninja alive, cough cough, bring peace like the child of prophecy. I already have a will where everything which belonged to me will be yours. Master my techniques and inherit my legacy too, cough cough, take my eyes, Otouto, find a beautiful wife and have a family of your own. Live like a legend, Naruto, tell the Hokage it was Danzo who did it to take my eyes." Shisui gave a speech. 3. He then took out his right eye and gave it to Izumi and said, "Place it in his right eye." 2. Izumi, who instead of performing the Chunin exams began to practice medic nin to become a ninja with skills in every department, did it with ease. She was also crying but performed the task. 3. Then he gave his other eye to Izumi as Naruto took out his other eye and Izumi placed the other one in Naruto's left socket and bandaged both his eyes to stabilize. It will take nearly an hour to stabilize. Shisui then smiled and said, "Goodbye, Otouto, I love you." 18. "I love you too, Oni-chan," Naruto said as Shisui died with a smile. Naruto then cried as Izumi hugged Naruto, who clung to her crying. After half an hour of crying, Naruto backed up as even Kurama sent his chakra in waves to soothe Naruto. "Thanks, Kurama." Naruto spoke as a reply came, "It's nothing, Kit. Kurama, can you change my eye color to the way it was?" Naruto spoke as Kurama did so and said, "Naruto, you can take the bandages off now. I have adjusted and enhanced the eyes for you. Oh, and due to your brother's blood flowing in you, you are technically half Uchiha and can turn the Sharingan of and on." 6. "Thanks, Kurama," Naruto said. "Izumi." "Thank you," Naruto said as he pulled down his mask and kissed her cheek, making her blush as he then wrote a letter saying, "Gigi, come to the Forest of Death please, Naruto," and gave it to a crow who flew. After some minutes the Hokage arrived and seeing Naruto he smiled, but then his eyes turned towards the body of Shisui and he grimaced and said, "Naruto, what happened?" Naruto then told everything, even how he got Shisui's eyes and how Shisui told it was Danzo who did it to take his Eyes. Hiruzen trembled with rage as he called Anbu, who took the body to the Uchiha compound with Naruto and Izumi. Hiruzen then called all elite Jonin and special Anbus, and after they gathered he said, "Today Danzo killed a member of the Leaf Shisui Uchiha to take his special Sharingan, and he even has his own root which I banned. We also found that he is in contact with Orochimaru and that he is planning to take over the Leaf. Today we are gathered to attack the root base." They all then went to the base and attacked. The battle raged as many root shinobi died and Hiruzen fought Danzo, but Orochimaru arrived along with Kisame Hoshigaki, a famous swordsman of the mist. They took Danzo and fled. 13 Danzo was announced as a criminal and told to the village what he did. Shisui's funeral was held at the Uchiha compound as many cried. Naruto was comforted by Makoto, Izumi and even Fugaku, who held his shoulder. 2 days after the funeral, Naruto was sitting near Shisui's grave. Oni-chan, I will follow whatever you have said, but first I vow to kill Danzo, Naruto promised as his eyes morphed into the Sharingan with 3 tomos spinning wildly, glaring at the sky. 7 Fugaku, Makoto and Izumi, who watched, were shocked seeing the Sharingan and hearing the promise Naruto did. They turned towards Izumi, who led them to a clearing and told how Naruto gained the Sharingan. They all accepted the reasoning behind, but Fugaku said, "We will tell the clan that due to having a large amount of Shisui's blood transferred over when Naruto was injured, he had gained the Sharingan. 1. Yes, as transplanting the Sharingan is frowned upon, like Kakashi, who is disliked by our clan," Makoto said. "Yes, now I think Naruto will get even more popular." Fugaku sadly spoke, gazing at Naruto, who was still looking at the sky. "I'll be with him till the end." Izumi thought as her sight was on Naruto, and a smile on her face. Makoto's giggle and Fugaku's cough broke her out of her own world as she looked down, blushing. Naruto had been entered into the academy with Sasuke as they both on their first days were swarmed by fangirls. Naruto more than Sasuke because he had a more mysterious and cool look vibe, much to the ire of a certain Uchiha heiress. Makoto watched in amusement as she saw Izumi twitching at every little fangirl moment near Naruto. Even Fugaku had a smirk. Makoto was happy that Naruto didn't even look the slightest bit interested in any girl. Then the academy teacher came, whose hair was tied in a ponytail and had a scar over his nose. He cleared his throat and said, "Hello everyone, my name is Amino Iruka and I will be your teacher until you graduate." He then gave a speech and stood aside as Hiruzen came and gave a speech over the will of fire too. Then the class settled as Iruka said, "Well, everyone start to come one by one and introduce yourself." The introduction started as the civilians did first, then came he children from clan family. "My name is Kiba Inuzuka and I like hot ladies. My partner Akamaru and I dislike cats. My dream is to be a strong shinobi and lead my clan." A kid with red tattoos over his face said. 25. "My name is Shikamaru Nara. I like cloud gazing, sleeping and shogi. I dislike troublesome things and my dream is to be a moderate ninja and have a small family." A boy with black ponytailed hair said. 4. "Hello, my name is Ino Yamanaka and I like flowers and my friend Sakura. I dislike perverts and rapists and my dream." She sighed dreamily. The girl was a blonde with hair very lighter shade than Naruto and one bang over her eye. "My name is Sakura Haruno. I like my friend Ino and Sakura Tree. I dislike pervert, rapist and my dream." She also sighed dreamily. Her hair were pink, rather odd. 8. Shino Aburame. I like my clan and bugs I dislike insecticide and pesticides. My dream is to be a strong shinobi to lead my clan. A boy who was wearing sunglasses and a coat to hide his face said, "Hi, I am Choji Akamichi. I like food and I dislike waiting for food. My dream is to be a cool shinobi." A chubby boy who was eating chips said to hello. I am Hinata Hyuga. I like cinnamon rolls, and my little sister I dislike perverts and rapist. My dream is to be a good clan head, she said, gaining confidence as Hiyashi smirked. 3. Hi, I am Sasuke Uchiha. I like my cousin Naruto. Ne-chan, my parents and tomatoes. I dislike several things, and my dream is to be a lead my clan to greater heights, Sasuke said, smiling as some girls blushed and giggled. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes include training Izumi-chan, Aunt Makoto, and Uncle Fugaku. Even Sasuke. My dislikes are those who try to hurt my precious people. At this, Naruto's Sharingan flared, making everyone gasp as muttering started. So young and a full Sharingan, a prodigy. The Uchihas hit a prodigy. 11. My dream is to fulfill the legacies entrusted to me, Naruto ended as his Sharingan faded into his normal violet eyes. 2. The class continued like normal, and after Naruto reached the clan compound, he went home, took out 5 scrolls and a chakra paper. He then went into the training field and saw Izumi there and said with a warm smile, "Hello Izumi-chan." "Hello, Naruto-kun," she answered as she looked at his stuff and said, "Well, what do you have there?" As she came closer to him until they were side by side, he smiled as he said, "Well, these are 5 elements. Jutsu Oni-chan left. It is said in his program he left me that I should send chakra through the paper, and after checking my affinity I should learn the jutsu of the affinity I have." "Okay then. Let's do it," Izumi said. 1. Do you know yours, Izumi-chan? Naruto asked. Mine is fire and water. You know, dual affinity is very rare, she said as Naruto nodded and said, "Well, let's see mine." 1. He poured chakra into his paper as they paper split in two, one burning away and the other crinkling as he grinned cheekily and said, "You were saying?" Izumi pouted, hitting Naruto playfully. She said, 3. Affinities extremely rare even for a chunin. 8. He smirked as he took out 3 scrolls of fire, wind, and lightning. Just as he opened the wind scroll, another scroll came out. He opened it and read, "Naruto, if you were reading this, then my prediction that one of your affinity is wind, so learn this Shadow Clone Jutsu before learning the Wind Jutsu. This clone sends muscle memory to the user. The more used, the more the experience gained. It also has many uses for e.g. pranks. Okay, now if you are 8 and reading this, then only use 50 clones, and if you are 9, then use 100. Add 50 as you grow, but when you reach 13 you can use the amount you like, but beware, dispelling more than one will cause you headaches and can lead to brain dead. It is a ranked kinjutsu. Use it wisely to perform the jutsu. Make a cross seal and pour chakra. 4. Izumi-chan, Naruto said as she turned to him and he forming the cross seal. He said, "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu." A poof was heard and 10 more Narutos were seen. Izumi gasped as they all started talking, and the original Naruto said, "All right, take these jutsu and divide in group of 3 and learn them. The remaining one go and see what Sasuke is doing, then dispel." 8. Izumi came to Naruto and said, "What is this, solid clones?" Naruto smiled and said, "Yeah, they are. Shadow clones can also be used for training as they give memory, but dispelling together can cause information overload or brain dead, so it is an A-ranked kinjutsu. Can you teach me?" she asked as he smirked and said, "Make a cross seal and pour chakra, but don't pour more than half." She nodded as she did and 4 more Izumis popped out. She smiled as Naruto said, "Well, be careful, they can use chakra too, but don't create too much. Okay, anyways, here." 2. He tossed her a water jutsu scroll and said, "This is the jutsu water style, water prison jutsu, very useful. Learn it." "You're letting me learn some of the jutsu?" she asked as he smirked and said, "Of course, you train with me and we spend so much time together. Think of it as a gift." "Thanks," she said as she pocketed the scroll. He then turned on his Sharingan as she did the same, experienced 2 Tomos against Naruto's inexperienced 3 Tomos Sharingan. Naruto said, well, let's perfect my Sharingan. 4-year timeskip. It had been 4 years since Naruto joined the academy. He did not show himself to be a prodigy, always following Shisui's rule that deception is the greatest trait of a ninja. On test, he wrote answers only on questions to reach passing grade. He passed all test on passing grades. On the jutsu test, he made 4 shadow clones, shocking the instructor, and did the substitution and henge without hand seals. He made good friends with the clan children and was best friends with Hinata, who had become very confident but had a crush on Naruto which she could not express. 3 Naruto had learned about the birds and bees from Kurama after the fox had gotten tired of seeing Naruto being oblivious to all the girls' attention and fangirling. He even learned that Izumi had feelings for him as Kurama had shown him several proofs. He also realized he had feelings for Izumi too after he told Kurama what he felt when near Izumi. Kurama had shown Naruto creating images in his minds about how children are created, how to pleasure women, etc. Kurama would never tell, but he had hanged into a man several times and read these books. 59 Naruto even knew about Hinata's crush on him, but he could not just deny her. He vowed that if she proposed, then he would calmly reject her and show her that he loves someone else and keep their friendship. 1 Now Naruto, wearing his headband, was walking to the clan compound. His attire had changed. He now wore black Anbu pants and sandals with a black full-sleeve shirt and a blue jacket with white fur on it. 12 He reached the compound. As he went inside and said, "Good morning," he heard 2 replies as he saw Fugaku and Makoto sitting on the couch. He reached them as he showed them the headband and said, "I am a ninja now." Makoto smiled and said, "Your parents would be so proud." He had told them about his meeting with his father and Kurama and they both accepted him, which made him quite happy. "Honestly, I could have graduated on the first day," he complained. Makoto sighed as she said, "Naruto, your parents would have wanted you to have a good childhood. It is not wartime, so you should stay away from the horror of ninja life till you're 13. We didn't even let Izumi become a chunin until 2 years ago. We made her go to medical studies for the same reason." Naruto smiled and then said, "By the way, where is she?" Makoto thought for a while as she remembered and said, "She said she would be sitting on the Hokage monument." He nodded and then said, "Well, see you later." He waved as he shunshined to the Hokage tower. "They both are abusing the Shunshin," Fugaku said as Makoto giggled. 16 Naruto appeared at the Hokage monument where he saw Izumi sitting. He smiled as he said, "Hey." She smiled back as she said, "Hey yourself." "Well, I became a ninja," he said. As she said, "Congratulations." "Thank you," he said. They sat in silence as Kurama's voice came, "Tell her about me, Kit." "Izumi, I have something important to tell you," he said as she turned to him curiously. "What is it?" she asked. I have the 9-tailed fox sealed inside me," he spoke nervously. He saw her eye widen as she said, What? I have the 9-tailed fox sealed inside me by the 4th Hokage," Naruto said as he pulled his shirt up and channeled chakra, making the seal visible as Izumi gasped. She turned towards Naruto as he, seeing her silence, said, "It's okay if you don't want to keep friendship with me any." He was cut off as she hugged him tightly and said, "You are carrying such a big burden, but even though the fox is sealed inside you, you are not the fox but its jailer. And it doesn't change anything." He smiled as he hugged her back and said, "Thank you if you accepted me after my darkest secret, then you deserve to know more." She tilted her head cutely and asked, "What more?" He smiled as he broke the hug and said, "My dad was the 4th Hokage who sealed Kurama in me." Her jaw dropped and she said, "You're the Yondaimi's son?" He nodded as she then asked, "Wait. Then who's Kurama? I thought he sealed the Kyuubi in you. It's his name Kurama. He is my friend you. No, he did not attack the village willingly. He was controlled by a Sharingan user, he told her as. She gasped and asked, does Hokage-sama know? He nodded as she asked, and who else knows, uncle? Fugaku Aunt Makoto Gigi Oni-chan knew and you. He spoke as she smiled and said, thank you for trusting me, and now could you explain everything from the start? He nodded and began telling her how he met Kurama, how he met his father and learned about his birth and also about his mother and why he was entrusted with Kurama 1. She took a deep breath as she took in the information and said, well, that is a lot to take in. He smiled and said, yes, but you'll understand eventually. He then turned serious and said, Izumi, there is something important we need to talk about. She shifted her attention to him as he said, I know about your feelings for me. He watched as she tensed and he spoke, after Kurama explained to me what love is and how do you know if someone likes you. I understood your feelings. Looking back, I feel like an idiot for not noticing. However, I am sorry. He watched as she started crying and he heard Kurama shout, you fool, she thinks you're rejecting her. Quick, say something, don't let her go. He watched as Izumi stood up with tears falling and turned to go, but he held her wrist as he said, wait, I am not rejecting you, Izumi. He watched her turn around with tears still falling as he spoke, I said I am sorry for not noticing any of your feelings, and as for how I feel about you. He pulled his mask down as he pulled her towards him and kissed her. Her eyes widened before she closed them and kissed him back more passionately. 53 After some moments, they broke the kiss, a thin line of saliva joining them as it broke, and Naruto wiped Izumi's tears and said, Izumi, I love you. She smiled as she said, I love you too, Naruto. He then smirked as he sat with her, interlocking his fingers with hers. 12 After a moment of sitting in silence, Izumi asked, Naruto, are we girlfriend and boyfriend now? 17 Naruto looked at her and said, yes, we are, as she smiled and then nervously asked, can we kiss again? Naruto, smirking as he pulled down his mask, said, do you even have to ask, princess? She smiled as they both leaned in and kissed again. Izumi was walking home practically glowing as she reached her house and saw her mother cleaning the dishes and her father was drinking tea while sitting on the couch. I'm home, she said happily as her parents returned the gesture, and her mother, noticing her daughter's oddly happy behavior, asked, so Izumi, what happened that got you so much happy? Fugaku was also interested and was looking through the corner of his eye. Izumi, hearing the question, glowed more as she smiled widely and said, Naruto finally noticed my feelings and we became a couple. Makoto jaw dropped and after a second she composed herself and then squealed as she said, come on honey, give me details. They then heard a crash as they saw that Fugaku had broken the cup of tea and was sitting frozen over the couch as pale as a corpse. 15. Mom, what happened to Dad? Izumi asked. Oh, nothing, he's just shocked. You just tell me details. Let's go to my room. Makoto exclaimed, dragging Izumi with her. Damn it, my precious daughter, curse Minato for giving his genes more to Naruto. Fugaku swore. 18. Meanwhile, Naruto was walking around when he saw Mizuki running away with a huge scroll on him. He hid and followed him until he reached the village gates and frowned as he heard Mizuki laugh evilly and speak, finally I got the forbidden scroll. Now I will get the power I deserve by giving it to Orochimaru-sama. Naruto then showed himself and said, sorry, but you aren't going anywhere, traitor. Oh, if it isn't the fake Uchiha. Mizuki sneered. Naruto just stood there as Mizuki said, ha, I'll kill you, then I will go to Orochimaru-sama. As if you can kill me, Naruto said as he activated his Sharingan, and Mizuki scowled and said, that Sharingan won't save you, get ready to die a pathetic death like your brother, one that caused Naruto to stop as his hair covered his eyes. The Anbus had arrived along with the Hokage and had heard what Mizuki said and were about to interfere when Hiruzen stopped them. Naruto looked up, his eyes filled with nothing but hate and rage for the traitor, which caused everyone to flinch as Hiruzen thought sadly. So Shisui's death is still a sore subject for Naruto. 3. Naruto then unsealed a very familiar red blade which caused Hiruzen and the Anbu's jaw to drop as Naruto pushed forward at an amazing speed and cut so fast that they had to concentrate to see how many cuts he made. Mizuki did not even have the time to scream as he was cut into tiny pieces and fell apart. Naruto then took out a piece of cloth and wiped it on the blade, cleaning it and sealing the blade back. He said, "If anyone dares to make fun of my brother, I kill them." Naruto's Sharingan faded away to his normal eyes as he said, "Gigi, you and the others can come out." The Hokage came as Naruto gave him the scroll and was about to explain when Hokage said, "I know everything. This will be marked as a B-rank mission for you. Now go." 3. Naruto nodded as he vanished in a swirl of leaves. He was sad about his first kill but knew that if he didn't do it, Konoha would have been in danger. He did not want to trouble Izumi or Mikoto that he killed, so he went to Kurama, who comforted him. The next day Naruto was sitting in the academy as he listened to Iruka giving a speech to the newly graduated students. Naruto sighed as he heard Iruka then announcing the teams. He just got lost in his thoughts. He knew only 3 teams would survive, and they are the clan head's children along with him, and he could say the pink-haired girl if she broke her fangirlism. He put his attention to the main teams as Iruka spoke. "All right, Team 7, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno and Sai from the reserve genin. Your sensei would be Hitaki Kakashi." 6. "Yeah, true love prevails." All. A screech was heard as Sakura, the pink-haired one, shouted, "What? Why does Forehead get to have Sasuke-kun?" Another scream was heard as Ino shouted, "Shut up." Next, Team 8, Hinata, Hyuga, Kiba, Inuzuka and Shino Aburame under Kurenai Yuhei. Iruka said, "Yeah, we are with Hinata." Kiba said as Akamaru barked, "Naruto-kun is not with me," thought a disappointed Hinata. Team 9 is still in rotation, so Team 10, Nara, Shikamaru, Akamichi, Choji and Yamanaka Ino under Asuma Sarutobi. Iruka said, "Ah, I get the fatty and lazy bum." Ino complained. 3. Iruka-sensei, what about Naruto? Sasuke asked. "Oh, Naruto, you were under apprenticeship of Jiraiya of the Sannin." Iruka yelled, shocked. Everyone shouted, "Why is he getting trained by a Sannin and not us?" Kiba yelled, "I don't know." "Do you know why, Naruto?" Iruka asked. Naruto nodded as he said, "Yeah, he is training me because he is my godfather." Naruto knew Jiraiya would train him yesterday when he and Izumi were watching the sunset, and Anbu came and called him to Hokage Tower, where he was explained why Jiraiya did not take care of him when he was little, and Naruto understood, though he was thankful that Jiraiya didn't, or he wouldn't have met Shisui, Izumi and the others. He was just glad that now he could spend some time with his godfather. "What, he is your godfather?" everyone yelled. "Yeah, why is it so surprising?" Naruto questioned. "Because it is the Jiraiya, the strongest member of the Sannin, trained by the 3rd Hokage, and he himself trained the 4th Hokage." Sakura answered. "So that means you are looking at the future Hokage, huh?" Naruto joked. "It's not fair." Kiba yelled. "Hokage-sama made the decision, so deal with it now. You have to wait for your teachers. They will come after lunch. Goodbye and good luck." Iruka said. 11. "Thank you." Everyone said, "You can come out now, Jiraiya-sensei," Naruto said out of nowhere, and everyone tensed as Jiraiya became visible leaning against a wall. "I see your sensory skills are top-notch, Jiraiya." Complimented, HN thanks, Naruto said smirking. 3. J Jiraiya-sama, Iruka stammered, oh hello you must be Iruka thanks for taking care of Naruto, Jiraiya said. Oh it was nothing, Iruka said, now if you don't mind Naruto let's go, Jiraiya said as he and Naruto left. They reached a clearing where Naruto asked, well, Jiraiya smiled fondly as he looked at Naruto ruffling his hair. He then said, sorry I wasn't there for you. Nah it's okay, I heard from Gigi why you left, Naruto said. Thanks Naruto. Anyways let's start with introduction. My name is Jiraiya and I am the legendary Toad Sage of Mount Myoboku. I like hot girls. My Icha Icha series. My research. I dislike girls who don't let me do something and my dream well that is fulfilled, though my hobbies include research on new idea for my series and going to bars, Jiraiya said puffing out his chest proudly. 13. So you're basically a pervert, Naruto said as Jiraiya deflated and said, pervert? No I am a super pervert. 11. Yeah sure. Ero Sennin, Naruto said as Jiraiya fell and standing up he said, what the hell nickname is that? Well pervy sage or Ero Sennin is perfect for you, a pervert and a sanin, Naruto stated casually. Damn you. Anyways introduce yourself, Jiraiya said. Naruto Uzumaki likes include Izumi-chan the Uchihas, my friends Hinata ramen and training. I dislike those who hurt my precious people, perverts and rapist. My hobbies are training, eating ramen and hanging out with Izumi-chan. My dream is to be Hokage and have a small family of my own, Naruto spoke as Jiraiya smiled at Naruto. He could see two figures smiling behind Naruto, Minato and Kushina, as he thought he carried their legacy and their dreams. 3. Well Naruto, come let's see how strong you are, Jiraiya said. Naruto took his stance of the interceptor fist, at which Jiraiya raised a brow but got into his toad fist stance. They both started the fight as Naruto dodged and countered blows, attacking at mid-chunin speed. Jiraiya and Naruto traded blows for a while when Jiraiya increased his speed to mid-jonin level, gaining an edge on Naruto who was being pushed and getting hit. Naruto gritted his teeth as he channeled chakra into his eyes. Turning on the fully matured Sharingan, he looked at Jiraiya and dodged his moves, gaining hits of his own. Jiraiya had heard from Hiruzen how Naruto gained the Sharingan, but man was he shocked seeing it in action. In between trading blows, Jiraiya said, all right Naruto, let's include ninjutsu and genjutsu too. You should know that I am immune to genjutsu and can't even perform them without the Sharingan. Let's skip to ninjutsu, Naruto said as he vanished in a shunshin as Jiraiya hit the air. 1. Naruto appeared behind Jiraiya as he made a tiger seal and said, fire style great fireball jutsu, blowing out a fireball. Jiraiya was about to dodge when he was shocked another Naruto had shouted. With this Naruto, wind style great breakthrough. The collaboration jutsu increased the fire as Jiraiya clicked his tongue and substitute with a log. The clone Naruto vanished as Naruto, sensing Jiraiya to his left, shouted, lightning style electromagnetic murder, as he created a wave of lightning at Jiraiya as Jiraiya cursed and shouted, earth style earth wall, as a wall of earth came and blocked the lightning. Naruto then made two clones who charged at Jiraiya while the real Naruto looked for an opening. Just as Jiraiya dispelled the clones, Naruto smirked. The clones, instead of poofing, turned to lightning, shocking Jiraiya, who himself poofed out. The real Jiraiya came from behind as he shouted, fire style flamethrower. The flames came closer to Naruto, who smirked and substitute himself with Jiraiya, who got hit too. Naruto laughed as Jiraiya came out. He was hiding behind a earth wall but had gotten a little hurt. Jiraiya then increased his speed to the maximum as he went in to punch Naruto, and just as he hit, Naruto exploded into a flock of crows and formed behind him and said, boom, and exploded. 3 After the explosion, Naruto came out of the trees, whistling at his destruction as he was dragged into the ground, and Jiraiya came out looking a little hurt as he smirked and said, Earth-style headhunter jutsu. You lost, Naruto, but you did great. No, excellent, thanks, but can you get me out? Naruto said. Jiraiya then took Naruto out and said, so you were good in ninjutsu, your taijutsu is good, and genjutsu we can say that Sharingan can be used, so what do you want to learn? I want to continue my mom and dad's legacy. I want to learn sealing in Dad's jutsu, Naruto said as Jiraiya's eye widened and he smiled and said, sure, I'll teach you all I can. So do you have someone you're interested in? Jiraiya asked casually. Nah, I already have a girlfriend, Naruto said. Oh, okay, wait, what, you have a girlfriend? Jiraiya yelled. Of course I have. Naruto said. Who is it? Jiraiya asked. Her name is Izumi Uchiha. Naruto answered. What, the Uchiha heiress? Damn, you're lucky, kid. Jiraiya whistled. Anyways, Ero Sennin, I want the key to the seal. Naruto said. What, why? Jiraiya asked. I want to open the seal. Me and Kurama are friends, so I don't want to keep him caged, Naruto said. You are friends with it. It can even control you, Naruto. If you free it, it could destroy the village, Jiraiya said. Hey, he told me his name, that is Kurama, and also told me he was controlled with a Sharingan, and I met Dad, who also told me the same thing, and that he believed in me to be the child of prophecy. Naruto spoke, gazing at the Hokage monument, especially at his dad's face. You met Minato? Jiraiya asked as Naruto told him everything, and Jiraiya smirked and said, so even before death you did something incredible, Minato. Here, the key. Jiraiya said as he summoned a toad which was stuffed inside Naruto's mouth by Jiraiya. 1. Naruto. Don't open the seal for now. Your body can't handle a beast staying inside without sealed, as it isn't fully developed. We will open the seal when you become 16 feet. Kurama's voice came. 1. Are you sure, Kurama? Naruto asked. Yes, I stayed 13 years here and I can stay 3 more years in the prison too, Kurama said. Just wait, Kurama, then we will unlock the seal. Naruto spoke. Naruto sighed as he stood up and Jiraiya said, what, why haven't you opened the seal? Kurama told me not to as it would destroy my body, as we are already friends, and the sheer amount of chakra would make my body explode, Naruto explained. Hearing this, Jiraiya's doubt on Kyuubi using Naruto were released, as he knew if the Kyuubi was using him he would have not stopped Naruto and could careless if he would die. 3. So when did he say you could open the seal? Jiraiya asked. When I am 16 inches, Naruto replied. Okay, well, you can go from tomorrow. Meet me here at 6 and then we will train. You will take only C rank mission with me, and when I am gone you will do mission with others, and I will leave a schedule for you to do accordingly. Jiraiya explained as Naruto nodded, and saying goodbye he shined away. Jiraiya reached the tower and saw other Jonins there, as Hiruzen said, Ah, welcome, Jiraiya. Jiraiya said as he nodded in greeting. Well, let's start the meeting, Hiruzen said. Then Jonin came and told that Team 1 till 6 failed, Team 8 passed. All 3 are good with their clan jutsu, and I think Shino will be a good team leader. He keeps a level head and is not only good with his clan jutsu but also has good planning in deduction skills, Kurenai said. Team 10 passed. All 3 need extreme practice. Shikamaru is lazy but has extremely high intellect. Choji is moderate with his clan jutsu but is not willing to hurt someone, while Ino is a fangirl through and through, Asuma said. Team 7 passed. Kakashi started as everyone shouted, Yeah, I passed a team. So anyway, Team 7 passed but barely. Sai is very good with his ink jutsu and has good skills. Sakura meanwhile is a fangirl. The so-called the best kunoichi is Nothing but a bookworm. The Rookie of the Year Sasuke is good. He has mid-genin speed with good planning. He even knows a single elemental jutsu and his taijutsu is good too. He keeps a level head and tries to find weakness then attack. I think he is the strongest genin, Kakashi said. Jiraiya snorted as everyone turned towards him and Jiraiya said, "You're wrong," as Kakashi turned towards Jiraiya and asked, "Excuse me, Naruto is the strongest genin," Jiraiya said as Kakashi said. According to the report, Naruto barely passed. It just says that he was excellent in ninjutsu. Jiraiya laughed as he said, "Then tell me how Naruto was able to fight me at mid-chunin speed. Can use a sealless substitution, can use various jutsus, 4 elemental and 3 non-elemental. He even used shadow clone and did a wind and fire collaboration jutsu on me. He even has a fully mature Sharingan by which he could keep track of me, and he even has a crow summoning contract and is immune to genjutsu. While his sensory skills are top-notch where he was able to keep track of me easily, too." Everyone was shocked at this. Kakashi was gobsmacked as he asked, "This much skill is not even in most chunin. What will you teach him then?" Jiraiya-sama, "That is my concern, not yours anyways, sensei." This concludes my report on Naruto's growth. Can I go now? Jiraiya asked. Yes, you are excused. Hiruzen spoke as Jiraiya vanished in a swirl of leaves. Everyone dismissed. Hiruzen spoke as everyone began to leave. When Hiruzen said, "Kakashi stay," Kakashi was confused but complied as he stood in front of Hokage. Hiruzen then said, "Anbu, bring me Naruto," and Anbu became visible as he vanished, and after a moment Naruto appeared with him as he asked, "You called Gigi?" Kakashi was shocked. The kid had balls of steel to call Hiruzen Gigi. He watched as Hiruzen chuckled and said, "Hello Naruto, hello Gigi. Anyways, is there something important you called me for?" Naruto asked. Hiruzen nodded and said, "Naruto, meet your surrogate big brother. If your parents were alive, he would have been your big brother." 3 Hearing this, they both froze as Naruto looked at Kakashi, who turned as pale as a corpse. And Hiruzen said, "Naruto, remove your mask." Naruto complied as he showed his face, which shocked Kakashi more as tears fell from Kakashi's eyes and he fell on his knees. Coming closer to Naruto, he hugged him as Naruto hugged back and said, "Hello Aniki." "Naruto, I am sorry, I am so sorry." Kakashi sobbed as he had missed his little brother's life. Naruto said, "It's okay, I was under good care and still am." After some moments, Kakashi stood up and said, "If you ever need something, don't hesitate to come to me." "Sure," Naruto said, smiling as he bid Kakashi farewell and pulling his mask on, he shunshined to his home.